Hi. It's 3 o'clock at night, and I need to do a live stream. It's every little thing it wants to beat me with. It's like I can see that it's someone else that is controlling my mental health. That's obvious. It's every little thing, and it's like games want to be played with every little thing. As I said before, I'm a bit autistic, so to see every little thing I try to do being stopped, I need to scream. So I thought I'd do a live stream instead to get all of that angst, all of that rage out of me, because I can't fucking deal with that. And I'm pretty sure you're all going through a similar thing, because that's just the way things are. But I don't really understand what's going on, and every little fucking thing gets to me. Now it's been coming after my sleep again, trying to fuck with my head for a little while now, and I've got a very specific sleep pattern because of my mental health's interference in the first place. So it's a bit of a dead-end alley for my mental health. All it's really doing is pissing me the fuck off. I haven't got a choice but to persist with what I'm doing there. I can't dance around with that. So for 5 days now, every little fucking thing that I do, my mental health jumps in there and antagonises me with. And I need to scream at fucking 3 o'clock at night because I can't fucking deal with that. I'm autistic, for fuck's sake. I can't deal with the fucking feelings of fucking antagonism. It's coming after my sleep, and it takes so much energy to monitor my sleep and maintain some sort of rhythm with it, that it's just too much of a kick in the teeth, because that's really when I died as a human being, when it came after my sleep. And as much as possible I've accepted it, and it's still fucking trying to antagonise me in any way. I don't know what to say. All that keeps coming to mind is I know you know. I know you know. I know I've seen adverts on TV that highlight this very thing, that mental health gets in the way of little things. But I'm asking the question, is it fucking every little thing you do? Do you at any point get to live yourself? Is there any action in your fucking day that is because you wanted to do it? Because it's been 5 days since I can say I've done a thing without my mental health jumping in there first. So this is where the depression comes from, because I've got to keep my mouth shut and not scream. No matter how much I'm going to express on a fucking video, no matter how much I'm going to express on a video on Facebook, my fucking voice bugs the fuck out of me. I sound like a fucking idiot. Goes all fucking high pitch, because on another way, my mental health is fucking interacting and interfering with my sexual centre and my prostate on a physical level, and my testicles on a fucking physical level, and my voice goes high. Can you see, as a human being, I've lost life. I've lost ease, I've lost life. My mental health goes too far. I can accept a certain level of suffering, but when it's every little thing that I do, and I'm alone, I don't know what's going on, I haven't got an external reference, and on top of that, I believe, I know that you all are out there and you're aware of what's the situation is, and you're keeping shut for your own reasons. For your own reasons, and I'm sure they're valid. But at the end of the day, I can't get beyond the fact that I'm pretty sure you're all aware of what's going on, and some expression my way isn't happening as to give me insight into the situation, because insight will go a long, long way. It's dealing with my fucking problems I have with my fucking voice. For a start, go a long way to give me the ability to cope, but it can't happen for whatever reason. You all don't express it. So on top of the fact that every little thing I do gets antagonised with, I'm not really living in any way. This is my flat. I own things. I purchase things. And I couldn't care. Not when I have this mental health disorder. It doesn't fill any void. All I can do is keep shut and carry on, isn't it? I need something from life, man. I'm screaming out for life to give me something. You know, I'm sure you'll have something in your lives that you can focus on as positive, and whether it be a child, whether it be a friend, whether it be an interaction that's remotely enjoyable. Even if you were going through the exact same thing as me. I'm running a risk, really, because I'm taking a gamble. I'm being evicted. I'm looking at purchasing a boat. And it's not the most finished boat. There'll be lots of work that's needed. I mean, boats require work anyway. It's an involved life. You've got to manage your electricity, your water. Think about heating, and it's a confined space, so you've got to constantly keep on top of tidiness. Luckily, I shouldn't have to move this boat every couple of weeks, whereas I've had to before. So but I'm taking a chance in that my life's ground to a halt. My life's going nowhere here, and I've hit a wall with everything. As I said, there's not been a thing for 5 days that my mental health hasn't beaten me with. There's nothing I own that I would get up for to do as an activity. Even though there's plenty I can do, there's nothing I really want to push myself for to suffer through. So my life has demanded that I leave here, and I'm looking at a boat as the next opportunity. What do you reckon? Do you reckon I look like Medusa with this hair? I'm turning people to stone with the depression. This isn't actually me being that depressed, this is me trying to talk through the situation that would have led to depression. Proactive, positive Medusa that nobody really understands anyway. So with this boat, the situation is demanding I move. It's also taken away my ability to think how I would ordinarily behave. I'm not entirely sure this boat is the way. I'm not entirely sure this boat is what I would otherwise do. I'm pretty sure I'd sit here and wait for everything I own to be taken, so I can give people the fucking bollocking they deserve for interfering in my fucking life in this way. But as I said, my mental health has blocked my normal course of thinking. To take such an arrogant approach to life when I'm not entirely sure that that's the right course of action isn't really feasible. Because if it's affected my thinking, what could quite easily happen is I could sit here, let everything be taken, give a bollocking, and then because I am human, and at the end of the day things have value in this world, turn around to myself in 3 months and say, what the fuck have I done? I can't believe I've sat there and let everything I own be taken. So I have to get on with the situation, even if it's something I wouldn't ordinarily do, or in the way I would behave. But I'm thinking maybe when I get the boat, I can try and be like I was before when I lived on a boat, proactive, always doing something, and sick. I was sick then. Believe it or not, I've gained a little bit of clarity about how best to live, and I don't view that as healthy. But because my situation is so bad that every little thing I do, my mental health is jumping in there. As much as that's an unhealthy way of living, it might give me a little bit of health, because right now I'm in hell. So even if it's not a healthy way to live, it'll get me out of hell first, and that's all I care about right now. The absolute truth is I don't think it'll work. The absolute truth is I think I'll get on the boat. Living standards will be a lot less. This is what I genuinely think is the way it's gonna play out. Living standards are gonna be a lot less, and I'll want to get on with things to improve a quality of life. And either I'll push, which is how I've behaved in the past, and my mental health will fight me on everything and make me explode with emotions, which is one of the worst parts of my mental health. Or I'll get there and it will just be a case of picking up where I've left off here, like living in harder conditions, which I've lived through all too many years. I was hoping to get away from. The humanness inside me is going mental. The humanness inside me wants to take that hammer and start work with this door frame. This is the door frame where I've given all my anger to. That's as bad as my mental health gets. I don't self-harm. I don't get angry at others. I don't aim anything I say and scream at anybody. But the worst my mental health has got is me hacking away at my door frame. And that's what is being demanded of me as a human being right now. If I want to get myself out of this depression, that's the way. I'll take that hammer and take it to my door frame. At 3 o'clock at night, any time of the day when I'm up for eviction isn't really an option. So the human in me is dying again. And I've specifically referenced that because that's what I believe you're all programmed to do, to get that little bit of humanness inside of people speaking and expressing. You're all designed to sit through this bollocks that are fully aware of what's going on. And for those that don't, like myself, you're programmed to try and access that little humanness in them. How are you going to do it? You've created a situation where I need to be evicted. And the very thing that makes me human is off the cards now. And to be honest, it's a bit of a relief, because every time I did that, I was scared the police would turn up and cart me off to hospital. At the moment, my noise production is just within police being called. So I haven't got a clue what you lot are on. I'm not saying this to attack anyone right now. I'm saying it to highlight the situation, because awareness my way here would help me immensely. Anyway, I'm currently washing up that's been sitting in my sink, collecting mould for about 3 months. I've not been able to do it. And the mould has been getting so bad over the past month that I've been trying to push myself to do it. And it's taken life to become so shit that it doesn't really matter anymore, to create a situation where I can wash up. I'm too embarrassed to have asked someone to come round and wash up. I was too ill for a period. And I'm well aware of how serious the mould is, because the times that I've gone through the most difficult periods in my mental health, I had mountains of washing up, collecting mould. I'm pretty sure breathing in that mould isn't healthy. It probably sends my mental health all over the place. So I've got a bath full of washing up, because I had to take it to the bath. I had to get it out of the kitchen. And that should put me back on track, shouldn't it? Until the next time. I think the time before was only a few months ago, where I was running a close situation to this. Do you get what I'm saying? Services aren't there to help. I'm well aware of how important it is to wash up. I've expressed, when asked, Andreas, how do you need help? I need cleaning. And the answer is, okay, we'll give you admin support. And they haven't even done that, so I can clean. I've got all my mind on different aspects of my eviction and admin support that I could be helped with. I could be freed with to come and wash up, but anyway, that hasn't happened. So this is another reason why I get a bit pissed off at people. I'm autistic. To have someone get in the way of every little thing drives me absolutely mad. The rage and the emotions I'm still connected to, of what I would otherwise express. The moment that I stop trying to connect to those, I know the seriousness is I'm going to leave this video now. Otherwise I'll have to talk for another half an hour to try and get anywhere back to a place where I can carry on with. I'll have to take the emotions, stick them inside of me and bang my head against the wall metaphorically going forward. I hope nobody else is experiencing this level of suppression from the situation, because I'm pretty sure you're all going through something resembling this. So my question is, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck are we doing keeping quiet?